You're now listening to the Beats, Rhymes, and Life podcast.
You're now rocking with Beats, Rhymes, and Life podcast.
Beats, Rhymes, and Life, where pop culture lives.
Yeah, here it is, baby. Welcome to Beats, Rhymes, and Life, the podcast. Episode number 1. We in the building, y'all. What it do?
Check.
Most definitely.
Haha, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, what we all about here? We're going to be bringing y'all the real spill discussions relevant to the hip-hop culture with a DMV perspective. For those that don't know, DMV stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So if you ain't hip, now you're hip. I'm your main man, Touchdown, holding it down. Alongside me, we have...
It's your girl E-Love in the building.
And your boy DjRiChLiFe.
What it do? So yeah, y'all, what's going on? So we finally made it in here, huh?
Yeah, we're here.
It's a long time.
No, it's been a minute. We've been trying to do this for a while.
Yeah, now we're here and we're about to get it rolling.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
man. So
Yes,
how y'all
indeed.
feeling today, man? What's good?
Feeling good. Hot though. It's hot.
I'm good.
It's
It was hot today. It was hot.
It was hot, right?
It was hot, but you know, people get crazy in hot weather.
Yeah.
And this type of weather, y'all better be careful now. Don't be catching no colds and getting sick now.
True. I
No,
know.
it's flu season.
It's bipolar ass weather in DC, man. I tell you, good Lord. 1 minute is 50, next minute is 80 degrees.
Yeah,
Man.
I know. It's crazy.
But let's just get into our first order of business here. So with Beats, Rhymes, and Life, we got a couple segments, man. We gonna run by y'all, a couple staple segments. First of which being politics as usual. And I know when you hear politics, you know, y'all be like, oh, Lord.
Oh, they about to talk this
But
crazy.
nah, listen, check this out, though. These are type of issues in politics that y'all need to know about. So we going to try to educate y'all on the type of issues that need to be known and that y'all need to be woke about. So we're going to give you the rundown and everything going on in the world of politics and all that good stuff, what you need to know. You know what I mean? So what we got this episode, first up, Trump versus Jay-Z, but still no response to Eminem. What's going on with that, man? Why are you trying to go with Jay and not clap back at Eminem? What's going on?
Well, as you know, Jay-Z called him out for calling countries like Haiti, Africa, El Salvador shithole countries.
Right.
And he also questioned what has he done for African Americans. So, you know, of course, Trump, as he usually does, he wants to clap back, and he came out on Twitter and said, "Tell Jay-Z that he reduced black unemployment to the lowest rate ever recorded." Ever recorded.
Yeah.
Classic deflection. Classic.
So, you know me, I'm looking at the Bureau of Statistics, and the unemployment rate has dropped for African Americans, 6.8%. In December. That's the lowest since 1972. Since the federal agency been even crunching the numbers, but the rate has been in decline since and falling from 16.4% in August 2011 to 7.8% in January 2017. So we all know who was the president in 2011
exactly.
and who was a big part of reducing unemployment. So I really don't understand where he's coming from. The numbers are just echoing what the previous administration already had been working on to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, somebody obviously needs to talk to Trump about, you know, residual effects of the economy and previous administrations. Because, yeah, bro, you can't take credit for this. Just like when Obama was in office and everybody was crying about, you know, the job numbers and the economy and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, that was completely his fault, right? But now that, you know, we have the residual effects of, you know, the unemployment rate going down, that has nothing to do with Obama, though. That's all Trump. Right? You see how that works, right?
I know. And remember, he inherited an economy that already, although it was slowly coming back, it was back. It was essentially back. So he's being rewarded with coming into a situation
that was taken care of.
Right. Obama came into a situation that was really, really bad.
Obama did all the heavy lifting, basically.
Exactly.
In other words, and Trump is
now it's just filtering out, so he's taking credit for it, of course. But anything to take the heat off of himself.
So now that he's gotten his tax cut done, and a lot of his policies have gone through executive order. we'll see this coming year what the economy is going to look like, and he's going to have to take the whatever credit he gets or whatever bad news he gets. He'll have to take that. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, I mean, since he's been in office, but think about this, y'all. I mean, since he's been in office, can y'all name any meaningful legislation that he's passed?
No, absolutely not.
Just one. Just give me one.
Can you even put meaningful and legislation in the same sentence?
Other than undoing all the laws and legislation that was passed previously.
Exactly.
Right.
Has he done anything new?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I was just checking. I thought maybe I might have been tripping. Here's my thing about Trump and him going at Jay, but not Eminem. You know, Trump clearly has a problem with educated brothers who are successful.
Right.
You know,
he picks and chooses his battles.
He picks and chooses his battles. I feel like, you know, even after the freestyle that Eminem did on BET's Hip Hop Awards, that joint was vicious too. Like
yeah, for sure.
He lit
Absolute
into
fire.
Trump's ass. Like, I mean, he called him out on pretty much everything.
Everything.
And even after all that, you know, you got Eminem a week later quoted saying a turd can be a better president than Trump.
Right. Yeah,
Trump still don't say nothing. Like, I mean, he not only dished you in the freestyle, but then he comes at you a week later in some news report calling you basically a piece of shit. And mind you, Trump is sensitive as I don't know what. Every time he gets criticized,
he
got
says
something
back.
to say.
Most definitely.
Why aren't you clapping back at Eminem?
Not at all. I know.
What do y'all think the reasons are behind that? Why do you think that he's hesitant to clap back at Eminem?
I personally think that, you know, some of his base probably, you know, follow Eminem. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? They may have done research on that. You know what I'm saying?
I would have to agree with that.
So some of his base may follow Eminem, and he may be scared to go against his base with Eminem. So
yeah, that's I agree with that exactly. That's exactly what I was
so
thinking.
you know, I mean, that I don't know, but you know, I'm just throwing
their
that out there.
bases definitely overlap.
Yes,
and,
most definitely.
You know, he doesn't want to alienate the few supporters that he has left.
Correct.
That could be involved in following Eminem as well. So he just gonna keep quiet.
And if you think about it, you know, Eminem, what is he about? In his 30s by now?
Eminem, well, no, he might be 40, man.
You think so?
Older than me. Yeah, he's definitely in his 40s.
And that base heavily votes. You know what I'm saying? And that
That's
base
true.
that base heavily voted.
On the
for
surface,
him.
it definitely has to do with race, though. Initially,
Yeah.
definitely, you have to pull the race card, but he always pulls the race card. But that's the safe bet.
Yes.
That's the safe bet.
Well, I would have to agree. I think those are probably the two main points and the main reasons why Trump is hesitant to go back at Eminem and
Definitely
chooses to
being
go
safe.
at Jay because he doesn't want to upset his base, and obviously Eminem's white. You know what I'm saying?
There you
not
have
gonna go
it.
with another white boy.
There you have it.
Exactly.
Never mind all the crazy shit that Eminem said. Jay-Z, his response was simple. He responded in an educated, in a logical way.
Exactly.
And he didn't attack
Education's the
Trump
operative
either.
word.
He didn't really attack Trump at all.
He
No,
asked
Therein
questions.
comes the intimidation, though. Therein comes intimidation. He didn't do that. You
No.
know, Jay-Z is very educated. He was very forthcoming, and he is very factual.
Right.
You know, so when you come with the facts, anybody that comes with anybody that's with facts, you know, and they know the other person knows, the operative party knows that it is the truth. Of course, they're going to deflect. Of course, they're going to retract. Of course, they're going to go for the weakest link.
But hey, Eminem came with facts too.
Eminem came with a lot of facts, man.
I mean, speaking of facts,
And he was angry with him too, man.
He was. But speaking of facts,
He was pissed off.
He got
That
into
probably had something to do with it too. The amount of anger and passion behind it, I think, had
Man.
a lot to do with it.
Trump ain't going back at no white boys.
No.
He's not going back at a white boy, period.
But remember, look, he even talked about he got into failure to act on gun control. Right in the wake of the Las Vegas shooting, and then here we are. We had another shooting the other day, breaking into that.
The 18th shooting in 2018.
Exactly. So will there be any gun control legislation passed in Congress this year? What do you think? I mean, Republicans control the House and they control the Senate. So can we see any positive move? I mean, we've had Columbine high school massacre. That was 15 deaths. Virginia Tech. That was 33. Sandy Hook.
Wow,
I mean,
was it
which
that
was
many?
Newtown.
33 at
It was
VTech?
33, yeah. And then at Sandy Hook, which is Newtown, That was 28, and now we have the Douglas High School in Florida, 17. So and we still haven't seen any positive movement on gun legislation.
Yeah, I think it's high time for some common sense gun control laws. I mean, it's getting out of hand. I mean, my thing is, I feel like when gun opponents pro-gun opponents, gun control opponents, I should say. Let me rephrase that. I feel like, most of the time when gun control opponents hear that, they feel like we want to take the guns away. And that's not the case.
Yeah.
I mean, all we want are common sense gun laws.
Exactly.
We don't want an 18-year-old who can, go to Walmart and buy an AR-15, but yet can't buy a bottle of alcohol.
And this guy,
we don't want guns in his hand.
And this guy, and the guy that he bought 10 firearms.
10 rifles.
Yeah, I mean, this guy had 10 firearms. I mean, and he's 19?
19.
Not even old enough to drink.
And that's
right?
my thing. How is it that you can go buy an AR-15, but you ain't even old enough to go buy a bottle, a fifth of Hennessy or something?
Exactly.
You can't even get a fifth of Grey Goose, but you can go to Walmart and get a Draco though.
Crazy.
The whole situation is definitely, the FBI dropped the ball. Back in September, there was a YouTube post that he posted with his full name.
Right.
He said, yes, I'm going to be a school shooter. And they had the evidence then and did nothing. And then now it comes full circle. And then you say, hey, you look back and you say, hey, okay, yes, this could have been prevented.
That's crazy. I know, but here are some options for like some sensible gun control. I mean, I just think raising the waiting period and age to 21 to purchase firearms, stiffer screening of consumers who want to participate, who want to purchase firearms, just to ensure that we keep the guns out of the hands of mentally ill people. You know what I'm saying? Ban consumers from purchasing assault weapons.
Agreed.
I mean, there's no need for a consumer or a civilian to be walking around with an assault weapon.
None whatsoever. And I don't want to hear shit about, I'm trying to protect my house. If you need an AK-47 to protect your house, you might want to consider moving.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I just heard about an
That's
old
my
man
point.
that lived in Waldorf, and somebody broke in his house. He shot the Bama down with a pistol. The guy was about 75 years old. He ain't had no AK. He ain't no chopper.
Yeah.
You don't need it. What do you need it for?
You don't. You really don't need it. You really don't need that. And just
Just my take.
I mean, also remember the gun shows, right? You gotta close gun show loopholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these guys are going to gun
That's a
shows.
good point, yeah.
And anybody could go to a gun show and purchase a weapon.
I've heard the background checks are a lot easier
At a gun show, right? At a gun show,
I
yeah.
have heard that. Right. I agree, man. I mean, I think what you said about the assault rifles is dead on point, man. You don't need them. Normal, average citizens should not have access to those kinds of weapons.
At all.
I'm from the old school, baby. A 9 will do you fine, and a 45 will keep you alive.
Okay.
You don't need no Tech 9 or I'm telling you, if you need some of that to protect your home, you need to move. You're not living in a safe area.
Right. Exactly.
Or you need to change your line of work.
And I'm tired of the argument that no evidence that gun control will stop mass shootings. That's to me, that's a dead argument. You know what I'm saying? How about we see if gun control will stop mass shootings?
Let's
you know
try.
what I mean?
Let's try.
And I'm proud of, I'm also proud of students coming out and protesting over in Washington, D.C.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm happy with young folks getting involved in Florida, trying to change what's going on in their state.
They showed out in droves today, man.
Yeah. So
they showed out and showed up, man, big time.
And that's a good thing, and they're high school students, so they will be voting in the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So, so there you go. These are future voters who will be voting the elections coming up.
How about some mental evaluations too? They might want to throw in some mental evaluations.
Definitely.
Couple that with the stiffer background checks. Because I tell you like this, man, a lot of these folks out here that are able to cop guns like it ain't nothing, they not right in the head.
No. Not at all.
They not right in the head.
Not at all.
And that's something that they don't look into when you're going to purchase a gun.
No.
And I think that, at least acknowledging that and looking into it as far as every individual consumer that goes to buy a gun is worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because you could find, some shit in their record that's like, hey, look, this guy's a little mentally unstable. Or girl, little mentally unstable, might have a history of violence in their past that, may be a red flag and may, should probably prevent them from getting a firearm.
Correct.
I feel like, any type of mental evaluation combined with the stiffer background checks, it's got to be done here, man. Because that's one thing that we're not checking for.
It's all about the groundwork, too. Like, a lot of times, they don't want to put forth the funding to do. They want to take the easy way. They want to take the safe way out. In Japan, you have to go through you have to go through mental evaluations. You have to go through physical evaluations. You have to take a written test, which is only available one time a month to actually even try to get a firearm. Mm-hmm. Then you have to go through a rigorous background check. All of these things before you can even own a gun. Now, if we did that, of course, we would have it would be better for us. But, are we going to be able to fund all of that stuff? Are people going to have people to work that?
That's true. And the NRA are hard at work.
Let me tell you something.
That lobby group is definitely hard at work.
Lobbyist group in the government,
and they are hard at work all the time trying to stop legislation.
They have. I feel like they've got 80% of Republican congressmen in their pockets.
I agree. Maybe it could be 100% though.
Damn near close.
The way things are going, it looks like 100%.
And we were just talking about this. I mean, if you look at even small bills that are trying to get introduced, like we were talking about in the House of Representatives in Florida just yesterday.
Right.
They struck down a bill, a motion to even introduce a gun control bill in the state of Florida. Didn't even make it to the floor. They shut it down with the Stoneman Douglas students present at the courthourhouse.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right?
It's amazing. Like, you're going to basically just flip these kids the finger in their face and say, we're not even going to look at this bill.
But I tell you what, they're getting involved. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we have to, as citizens, we have to get more involved.
We got to get more involved.
In terms of writing your Congress people. You know what I mean? Getting a group together. Going down, protesting. You know what I'm saying? Encouraging people to vote for candidates that are for gun control. So, that's where I'm at with all of this. And, and I'm just happy to see young people getting involved with what's going on with gun control.
But it shouldn't take this much, though, man.
Yeah,
like,
it really should.
I mean, a damn congresswoman got shot in the head a couple years ago.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot about that. You're right.
Has happened
and
since.
nothing.
No change since then. And that's their colleague.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
they don't care. They don't care.
It's just evil, man. It's just straight up evil. But you know what? We're gonna keep our eyes peeled and see how this turns out. Because I think this is an ongoing situation, an ongoing issue. And I think with this last incident, and like you said, the students really stepping up to the forefront and trying to affect change. I think that we have to hear them out. For sure. Because all of us, we were kids at one point. We've been to school. We know how that feels like.
Some of us have been in situations, not, when the
E-Love, talk about that situation back when we were in high school.
In the 10th grade, Largo High School, I'll never forget this. It was right around 8 o'clock in the morning. Some kids were playing, I think it was dice or making bets or something in the bathroom. All of a sudden, all you hear is this big bang. In school, everybody's evacuated. One of the teachers confronted the students in the bathroom. One of the students who was not a student at the school pulled out a firearm, shot the teacher. He lived. Thankfully, he lived. But just with this, there was a student on campus that was not part of the student body, and that's when they started making us wear IDs. Now that was a good preventative measure, but they're just like nowadays they have the metal detectors and the dogs and the cops. I mean, everybody is there now. They have to wear uniforms in public school. I mean, so now things have definitely changed, and we just have to be more outspoken. have a voice. Now that we have all of these portals, social media, you know, if you post one thing, you can just send it to everybody else. We just have to get back on the ball.
All right. So next up the bat, we going to go to this Word on the Curb. And Word on the Curb, we like to give y'all the scoop on what's going on, the latest and greatest in pop culture, music, entertainment, sports, art, you know, street shit, whatever comes to our mind. We just want to give you the scoop on that. So this week we got a couple of good things popping off. E-Love, what we got going on? We got some news about Black Panther, Drake, Meek Mill. What's going on, girl?
All right, so everybody is talking about Black Panther. So I know you guys have seen it. Unfortunately,
Yes.
I
Yes.
have not seen it yet.
Loved it.
Don't judge
Loved
me.
it.
I will. I have tickets to go see it on Sunday.
Okay, good,
So
good.
we can revisit if you like. But so getting into it, Black Panther, of course, director Ryan Coogler. He thanked everybody for the Black Panther fans. He thanked them in a very moving statement. In a superhero blockbuster, he received slew of rave reviews already.
Nice.
So just to give you a little bit of background on this statement, he pretty much said, you know, quote, for the people who the movie brought out to theaters, who posted on social media how lit the film would be, bragged about the awesome cast, picked out outfits to wear, and who stood in line at the theaters all over the world, all before seeing the film, and to the young ones who came out with their parents, their mentors, their friends. Thank you for giving our team of the filmmakers the greatest gift, the opportunity to share this film that we poured our hearts and souls into.
All right.
Yes, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever, no doubt. Man, that joint was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was
man.
great. It was great. Yeah, black empowerment. It showed black people being powerful, having knowledge that other parts of the world didn't have. I mean, just to think about something like that, was great. Like it really was all inspiring to just young black
Definitely.
folks in general.
No doubt about it. Yeah, I'm proud of this movie, man. I'm proud
definitely
of the movie.
proud.
I'm proud of its early success. For me, this movie does three things. It's a major league win for African Americans on, a lot of levels, but specifically for one, like you mentioned, Ryan Coogler, he's only 31.
Yeah,
Just getting in the game.
young guy.
Big time producer, big time success. This is the biggest opening weekend for a movie with a black director tagged to it, period.
Period.
And mostly black actors too.
And mostly black actors.
Predominantly black cast,
Black cast,
definitely.
yeah. I mean,
So
And I
think of-
think just with that, I think just the vision and the feeling and the empowerment behind that is what threw this movie all the way to the front.
Yep, I agree. I mean, Ryan Coogler, big up to him, man. He's done Fruitville Station.
Yes.
What was the other one he did with Michael B. Jordan? He's done Creed. He's going to be
I
directing.
didn't know he did Creed.
He did
Yes.
Creed. He's going to be. He's already directing the Creed Part 2
2.
sequel.
Wow.
With Michael B. Jordan. They're working together again on that. So yeah, biggest opening weekend for a movie with a black director. The second thing for me about this movie is it proves that big budget films like you was mentioning, cuz with black actors and actresses can win.
Yeah.
Yes.
It shuts down that Hollywood myth.
That whole myth, yeah.
You can't invest heavily into black films
And not
win.
just the stereotypical black films
Right,
where you
right.
have, most of us, they play slaves or we
Right,
play,
right, yeah.
the drug dealers and the gangsters and
Yeah.
things like that people are expecting us to play.
This was
But
powerful.
now
Very
you
powerful.
have these younger people who are looking up to these superheroes and not just the Black Panther, but these female roles.
Right.
You had the little ones are saying, this is my Disney princess.
Right.
That's the other thing I was going to mention too. The fact that both of y'all kind of mentioned that, the fact that how much it empowers black folks. You know what I'm saying? But like E-Love, like you kind of just alluded to, especially the kids, like more so the kids.
Yes.
This is huge for the kids because these youngins. Let me tell you something. These youngins are waiting for a hero
Yes.
they can look up to. They've been waiting forever. So you finally got this black superhero that represents them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, representation is everything, man, for the future going forward. Now these kids have somebody they can look up to, even if it's fictional, even if it's a superhero, they still have somebody they can look to and be proud of.
Right.
So I think
Right.
that's a huge win in itself.
I agree.
This movie has definitely made Marvel history. It has surpassed Thor. It has surpassed Captain America.
Wow.
It has definitely surpassed Iron Man as far as the gross of it all. It grossed $242 million.
Wow.
And it's still definitely making money over the past
And
opening
that's just
weekend.
domestically too, right? It
Yep.
did even more, I
mean,
think,
God, I know,
internationally,
wow.
like over 300 million in the first weekend.
That's mad.
Big up to them,
That's
man.
mad
I can't
numbers. Yeah,
be
that's
prouder,
crazy.
man.
This
That
makes
is
it
crazy.
the second highest 4-day weekend opening behind Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Wow,
Snap,
wow,
that's big.
wow. Yeah, that is huge.
And Star Wars been around forever.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm a Marvel fan. Like, I'm into X-Men. I like, Wolverine. I'm into the Punisher.
Oh, I'm a
Daredevil.
superhero fanatic.
I knew nothing about Black
Neither
Panther.
did I.
Even as a
Really?
kid, I didn't know nothing about Black
Neither did
Panther.
I. I didn't know.
I
anything
had to
either.
research the Bama before I went to the movie because I ain't know nothing about the character.
Yeah, neither did I.
He definitely, well, his part wasn't as predominant as Captain America, Thor, and all of those other superheroes like Superman and things like that. But of course, it's other people who look at Justice League when they look at Cyborg. None of them knew about him either.
I did know about Cyborg.
So,
Cyborg's a brother too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I knew about that. I knew about Cyborg.
So, but Black Panther, and I'm glad that that Coogler brought him to the forefront because he did have such a small role in the comic.
But he had an amazing story. The backstory
The
of Black
story?
Panther is amazing. You know what I mean? And I think that's another thing about this movie that's good is that even if you're not in the comic books like that, you can still enjoy the movie.
Sure.
The story's easy to follow. It's engaging. The characters, are compelling. You gravitate to them, and the storyline just keeps it's active. It keeps you moving. It doesn't bore you. There's no parts of the movie that's going to bore you and make you say, "Oh shit, let me go to the bathroom." I'm about to doze off. So you better hold that.
Nothing, yeah.
You better hold that.
No
My
doubt.
mother-
Don't you get up that seat now.
No doubt.
My mother went to go see it opening weekend, and so I'm of mixed race. My father is Black, my mother is white. So when my mom tells me she's going to see the movie with my aunt, I said, "Oh, okay, opening night, go ahead." So after she leaves the theater, she calls me, and she goes, I pick up the phone, I say, "Hey, Mom." She says, "Wakanda forever." I'm like, "Oh."
It's contagious, man.
It's so contagious.
contagious,
I couldn't
man.
believe it. I said, "Mom, I said, I love you, Mom."
You gotta love it. You gotta
Because
love it.
it depletes the Hollywood myth that audiences are not interested in films that are rooted in Black culture.
That's true.
The devil is a lie.
That is true.
The devil is a lie.
better
What's going
say
on
it.
with Drake?
Okay, so
Drake got a lot of stuff going on now. Jake's in
Yeah.
generous mood these days.
Oh,
he?
yeah.
all right,
yeah.
so everybody has seen the recent God's Plan, the video where he gave away $1 million. Of course, Drake continues to make history with God's Plan. It's on the Scary Hours. The single remains definitely at the top 100.
Last 4 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. The past 4 weeks, extending the record for 4 weeks or more with 75 million U.S. streams.
Jeez.
According to Billboard. He's also on the track for his 7th stint at the UK top charts with the single as well.
Wow.
Drizzy. It's a bad boy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is one of the reasons why I love hip hop. You have this
Gotta
guy
love Drake.
Drake, man. Let me just say this.
And the crazy thing, he went down to Miami. He was supposed to shoot the video with the money, and he takes the money.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like you take the video budget from the label. This is the best part about it.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of like Robin Hood in the label.
Right.
You take the money.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You taking the money from the label, almost $1 million is
Yeah.
what I heard. And you go to the community that supports you, buys all your music, and you reinvest into that community. That's why I
That's
love
hip hop.
man.
Yeah.
That's hip
It's
hop.
exactly what the fuck hip hop is.
That's hip hop.
It makes you proud.
Hip hop looked good this week.
Hip hop looked real good this week.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
yeah.
And it wasn't just, just a exploitation thing or I'm just doing it for the look. Nah, he seriously went
No,
there
he
and
was
give back to people.
genuinely.
He says
genuine.
he
was
says
very
that it's the
genuine.
best thing he's ever done, and now he's trying to think of a way to top that. Now,
Oh, wow.
can he top that?
I think so.
Yeah,
I mean,
most
you
definitely.
know,
Most definitely.
that's what you call putting your money where your mouth
Yes,
is.
indeed.
Now, if you were to top that, what would you do?
Now, I'm not Drake, and I don't have Drake's money, so I can't answer that.
Hypothetically speaking.
But what I can say, though, that this is definitely just the beginning for Drake and his
Yeah, most
generosity.
definitely.
What I've heard, according to reports, that all these acts were part of a giving spree that he went on in the month of February, right? So it was reported that he gave out over $170,000 in his first few days. Now that's what was publicly documented. Now
That's
since
big. That's
he
big.
gave away damn near $1 million
The other day,
the
right?
other day, right?
He gave
during
away
God's
50
Plan video
50,000
shoot,
to a
we
women's
know it's
shelter.
well over that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just doesn't get better than that, though, man.
No,
I
it
mean,
doesn't. It doesn't.
You know,
Really doesn't.
seeing that I ain't gonna lie, like that video makes me like the song even more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now I fuck with that song.
Although when I first
Oh,
heard
definitely,
it, I was
because
like,
because it puts
When I
you
first
it puts
heard
you
it, I
in
was
that
fucking
mood.
with
you know, as a DJ, I was like, yo,
It's a big tune. It
it was big.
big tune, my man. Big tune.
Big.
But you know,
Big blood clot.
Oh, big pussy clot tune, no man. But no, I mean, but seriously, you know, 21 gun salute to Drake, man. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. Putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, he in a recent interview he did comment on the fact that he is definitely thinking of a way to go bigger, but he's just not giving us the deets. So we'll see.
We'll be tuning in.
We'll be tuning in for that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great visual by Drake. He's not normally known for the visuals, but can't hate on this joint, man.
At all.
Dope shit. So what's up with Meek Millie?
Okay, so everyone knows, about the Meek Mill. If you don't know about Meek Mill, then you're living underneath a rock. So in recent news, it says that the same judge who sentenced Meek Mill to 2 to 4 years in prison for violating his probation has opened the door to the possibility of the rapper being released due to new findings in the case. After petitioning to the court last week, Wednesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, Meek was granted a post-conviction hearing by Common Pleas Court Judge Janice Brinkley.
I got something to say about her.
Yeah,
too. She been on some shit for a long time.
I know Meek, that's your man.
She's
You
on
know
it.
Meek is my dude.
I know Meek should do.
So you know
yeah,
I feel a
know
certain
Meek
kind
should
of
do.
way about this issue right here.
Yes,
Yeah, most
definitely free
definitely.
Meek Mill.
I'm about to get real passionate about this.
Let's
joint.
do it.
Nah, no. I mean, nothing would make me happier than to see Meek get out. I feel like this whole situation is bullshit. It's bogus. I feel like he's been railroaded the whole time.
You know how the hip hop police can be.
Hip hop judges apparently too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Clearly.
Did you hear about the request she made to have him in her judge's quarters or whatever? He was made to sing like a Boys to Men song.
I didn't.
You didn't
Are
hear
you
about
serious?
that? Young. Yeah, Joe Young. She said she made. This is when he was still messing with Nicki.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
Really?
Nicki Minaj was in the judge's quarters with this. Now, I ain't write this down. Like, this is just off the top. So, while he was still dating Nicki was at one of the court appearances. The judge called him back into the quarters and had a request for him to sing On Bended Knee.
Right.
From Boys
Wow.
to Men to her. And then in another song, give her a shout out. Now, the story behind that is apparently the judge is from Meek's old neighborhood.
Oh, got you.
So there's the
connection.
The connection there, right. Now, also there was a story about how the judge wanted him to basically get out of his contract, his management deal with Rock Nation, and sign with a local manager who ultimately turned out to be one of her cousins.
Oh, wow.
So we've got that other connection in there. It's corrupt. It's
So
dirty.
she's basically trying to railroad.
Now, but here's the thing. So now on top of that, okay, I didn't even mention the court clerk who got fired for trying to ask Meek to help pay for her son's last semester at VCU. This is real. Winston, this happened for real.
All is the truth.
This shit really happened.
Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So you got that. And
So what happened to the judge? What's going on with the judge?
well, the judge is still on the case, but now, that same judge that he was referring to, she's the one that granted the appeal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's going to be overseeing the appeal.
Okay.
So she kind of got out of hot water with that other
With
stuff.
all-
but see,
by giving
now
the
it's
appeal.
all on the cops now. Because, you had these cops who were on this, this list of corrupt police officers, one of which actually arrested Meek Mill. So you got a list of cops, including that guy who made this list for, falsifying documents, lying about certain circumstances revolving around different arrests. They committing crimes themselves. So we're talking about corrupt ass cops lying to keep their foot on Meek Mill's neck and to make his life difficult. That's basically what it is.
That's crazy.
So it's just another example of, our corrupt justice system and how far they go to try to ruin a brother's life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it said, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer, the district attorney's office of Philadelphia secretly compiled a list of cops with a quote-unquote history of lying, racial bias, brutality, in a move to block them from testifying in court. Now, the officer who arrested Meek in 2007, his name is Reginald V. Graham, is said to be on that list.
Wow. So there's a vendetta. Looks like there's a vendetta there. I hope Meek Mill well, man.
Free Meek Mill, man. Shout out to Meek,
man.
Shout out to the whole Maybach Music Group. We got a couple DC affiliates down with Maybach Music, Fat Trail.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wale as well. So we definitely got MMG in our lives and on our minds, and we hoping for the best for Meek. And I got a good feeling that, especially since Philly just won the Super Bowl, I got a good feeling that things going to turn out fine for Meek.
And then he'll get a win, right?
Yeah, he's going back to court April 16th.
Nice.
Free Meek. Yes, indeed. Right back at you now. So here we got coming up next segment. We like to call this the street heat.
Most definitely.
So
Fire.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory. What we're going to do with this segment is we're going to break down all the latest heat in the streets, music-wise, all the joints you need to be checking for, all the joints you need to be downloading, you need to be bumping in your car or in your home or in the studio, wherever you like to catch your vibe at. We're going to give you the songs that's going to help you catch that vibe. So off the top, what we got? We got this new Migos album, Culture 2, is like, that shit is destroying the charts. It's ripping up the charts right now.
It's hot. I mean, I like Stir Fry off that joint. I mean, of course, I like the Walk It, Talk It with Drake on it. That joint is tight.
Like I talk it.
I love that joint. Matter of fact, most of the Migos album sounds pretty good.
Most of it good.
Most of it sounds pretty good.
It's one of those albums.
They're all bops.
It's one of those rare albums. Like, y'all remember them albums from back in the day? You could just put it and let it ride. Just hit play, let it ride. You ain't got to skip. You ain't got to do nothing. I would say the Migos Culture 2 is on that level. And it's been a long time since I actually heard an album that damn good.
Yeah.
That you could just kind of put it in, hit play, let that joint ride, and you won't be disappointed.
Agree.
Yeah. Another joint that I really like off that album, man, let me just say I like the fact that they really highlight Takeoff on this album.
Right.
It seemed like the Culture 1 was all about
Offset, right?
You know what I'm saying? But this album here, they let Takeoff get his shine. And one of the songs that I'm really fucking with, man, with Takeoff is Made Men.
I was just getting ready to say that.
That's probably my favorite song.
That's your favorite song on that?
Because it's just Takeoff by himself. He rhyming. But that beat, it just,
behind it.
Yeah, man. That's probably my favorite song. Now, mind you, all the songs are good on there. I fuck with all of them. But Made Men, I probably have to say is my favorite one. And also, big up the Migos, man. Them niggas is making history, Joe. Like, what the fuck? These motherfuckers broke the
Beatles.
I'm cussing like a mug because I'm getting excited. Hip hop excites, rap music excites me. So you got to excuse my language a little bit. But nah, real talk, like Migos, they broke like a Beatles record, dog.
Are you serious?
But
you know the crazy thing is they've been showing up on a lot of pop records.
Yeah.
I heard them on Fields, Slide.
But you're breaking
I mean,
I love Slide.
Yeah, I know that's crazy.
I love Slide.
I mean, they've been showing up on a lot of pop records. I mean, they're really doing.
That's the breakthrough, though. That's
the breakthrough because I play a lot of pop records, and they're every time I'm playing a pop record, one of the Migos is showing up. Quavo, whether it be Quavo, whether it be Offset, one of them's always showing up on a pop
And they
record.
all do their individual thing, which is good. Like they all can branch off and do their own individuality.
and then come back together.
yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
As a group, 15 simultaneously songs charting on the Billboard Top 100. That is a record.
That's crazy.
15 songs off of one album, all charting on the Billboard Top 100 at the same time. It's fucking amazing, man.
That's crazy.
Don't get no better than that. They killing it. They killing the game.
Really killing it, yeah.
They killing the game. What's another one that we like here? Oh, we talked about
We talked
the
about
Drake
that Drake
EP.
record. Yeah, we talked about Drake EP.
Yeah, that joint cranking, man. I like that.
And
joint.
I like the diplomatic immunity.
You know what?
He brought back, like that's
the
real
bars.
hip hop. He
I
brought back
like
the bars
when Drake raps
because he's
like
been
that,
singing. He's
I
been
love that
singing on
shit.
all the other records.
Yeah,
but he brought back real hip hop. He brought back the bars. He went at a few people.
You have to.
Joe Budden.
Yeah, academics
Yeah.
went at them.
Couple
know
of
what I'm
shots
saying?
in
Couple
there,
of
yeah.
shots thrown.
Gotta
Well,
love that.
it wouldn't be hip hop if it weren't a few jabs
you
thrown.
got-
yeah, no
definitely
doubt.
got to throw some jabs.
I mean, and I think that's why we like to hear Drake's perspective. We like to hear his take on things. He's almost like a mythical figure at this point. He's on a Jay-Z type level where he can sit back,
The
watch the game,
silent killer.
and then come with a song that addresses everything that's going on, all the current events. Drake, not to mention, like we talked about in the last segment, man, the whole God's Plan
Very
concept and
strategic.
video. Just love it, man.
Yeah,
It makes me love the song even that much more. Only a 2-song EP, but definitely enough to make some noise. It's Drake, so he ain't got
but
he ain't got to do too much.
No, he ain't gonna be coming. He's probably coming.
he coming
for the summer.
He coming for the summer.
Most definitely.
Summer 2018. He coming for you.
Definitely.
Well, we ready, baby.
We
boy.
about to have some bangers for the summer.
Hey, we ready for you, baby.
I'm
boy.
ready.
Bring it on.
I need something to listen to.
What else we got, Rich Life? So we got
No.
okay. Did you peep the Dave East joint yet? Paranoia 2?
Have not had a chance
Good
to
one.
listen to that one.
That's another good one.
Another good one.
Like that album. Dave East comes with the bars.
I need to check that.
He's bringing New York rap back a little bit.
Underground.
Under Nas's guidance and Nas's tutelage.
Yes.
He signed Nas's label, Mass Appeal Records, and the boy is coming up, man.
And be on the lookout for that one.
Man, check that Paranoid 2 out, man. He
I
got
was-
some shit on there.
I was in a party the other day. They were requesting Rich the Kid featuring Kendrick Lamar, New Freezer.
New Freezer, yeah.
That's another record that's starting to climb up the
Yeah,
chart.
I've been kind of peeping that for a while, man. But yeah, it's slowly coming up even more. It's like that's a song that won't die. It's like a roach.
Yeah.
You can't. That joint will not go away, huh?
Anything that has a challenge behind it is going to stay there for a minute.
Right.
Yeah. And then Kendrick's flow on that song is nice.
Oh,
It's crazy, yeah.
I still don't really know what
It's
he's saying
heavy.
on that song, but
you don't even need to know.
he switches up so much.
You
know what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
need to know.
Nah, you really don't. He just come with it every time. Another joint y'all need to look out for. 2 Chainz just dropped the EP. The play that don't. What's it? The play don't care who make it. That's the name of the joint. So the play, as in like a football play back. So the play don't care who make it as long as you make the play.
2 Chainz back, huh?
2 Chainz is back. He got a couple of good joints on there. A couple notable songs that I'm fucking with. He's got one joint called Proud. Proud. Got another one called Land of the Freaks. That's a good one. That's on some turn up. Just acting a fool, being ignorant, having fun with it. Got another joint called Okay, Straight Fire. Definitely an EP worth checking out, man. What else we got? Oh yeah, we talking about Black Panther.
Kendrick Lamar,
Black Panther soundtrack. Let me
number
tell you
1
something.
on Billboard.
Joint is ripping up the charts again. First week pulled in 154,000 units in sales,
It's crazy.
and it's become the second soundtrack to debut at number 1 this year. So
Yep.
not only is the movie doing its thing,
Right,
but
the soundtrack is banging.
doing a damn thing too,
Yeah.
man. So big up to the whole Black Panther family, man.
And the
Y'all-
movement, for that matter,
It's
man.
you're right.
It's definitely a
It's
movement.
a movement.
For sure.
It's a straight up movement.
And it's
I like that
moving.
word. No doubt about it, man. What else? Oh, I gotta hip y'all to this, man. New Nipsey Hussle. His new album is called Victory Lap. I was telling Rich Life about this the
This
other
is a
day,
long time
man.
coming for this
Long
this dude,
time
man.
coming for Nipsey, man. But I really think that with this album here, I think he did it, man. He's got. I mean, this is another album, in my opinion. You could just put in, hit play, let it ride. Some of the joints that I like on there, Grinding All My Life, Rap Niggas is more of an aggressive track. He's got another joint with YG. Last time I checked, that's starting to get some buzz, some play on the radio a little bit. And of course, he got a collab with Kendrick called Dedication, which is just
that's
straight West Coast. It sounds like, you know, some Dog Pound type shit from back in the 90s. I love them. I love their chemistry on that album.
Most definitely,
man. Definitely a dope record, Dedication. So again, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap is the album. Make sure y'all checking for that. Also a lot of features on there. Puffy on there, The Dream, CeeLo Green, Marsha Ambrosius, just to name a few. Lastly, shout out to rapper Cicero. I came up on this. I don't think I mentioned this to y'all, man. I came up on this dude. He's a local dude. He coming up, you know. He got a song now called Function.
From the area?
From the area.
Okay.
Him and Gold Link.
Oh, okay.
Him and Gold Link. They fuck with each other. Gold Link is on this song, right? So you got April George. You got a chick named Chiquiti. They're singing the hook. But it's Cicero and Gold Link trading verses on this joint. Shit is
straight
hot.
Heat from the city, huh?
Shit is hot, man. Look out for your boy Cicero. Shout out to Cicero. Shout out to Gold Link. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get them up in the building at some point.
Shy Glizzy.
Shy Glizzy, all the local rappers. But definitely got a heater here with Cicero featuring Gold Link, April George, and Chiquiti. Once again, the song is called Function, produced by Super Mario. Make sure y'all check that out. It's a cranker for real. That's all we got, baby. Remember where you heard it here first, though.
Yeah, most
Beats,
all the time.
rhymes,
All
and
the time.
life.
Beats, rhymes, and life, people.
VRL, baby.
Get hip. Well, that about does it for this first episode of Beats, Rhymes, and Life, the podcast. I'd like to thank all y'all for tuning in and checking us out. Make sure you stick with us. Don't go nowhere, y'all, because we getting ready to drop episode 2 here, coming at you real soon. So let's keep it locked in and keep rocking with that Beats, Rhymes, and Life crew. As for me, Touchdown, it's been an honor and a pleasure. Make sure you holler at us on social media. For me, you can reach me at Stack Doe De Niro on Instagram, or you can holler at us at Beats, Rhymes, and Life with a Y on Instagram as well. E-Love, what's up, baby?
It's your girl E-Love coming through your speakers. Thanks for listening. I just want to thank everybody, and we're doing it for the culture. Come back and see us. We're going to be giving you hot stuff, hot lyrics, and different guests, more interviews. Make sure you stick around.
It's your boy DjRiChLiFe in the building. Catch me on Instagram at JustMeRichLife and on Twitter, JustMeRichLife. Until next time, people, I'll see you.